Okay, it's time for the bus review. Now, everyone loves buses. I love buses. I'm a complete retard, so I really enjoy looking at these. Um, and you are too for the next couple of minutes while I talk you through what this bus is. Now, for those that aren't immediately aware, this is a space exploration base, and currently me and my friend are around 260 hours. That's minusing off AFK hours. Um, and yeah, this has become a full-blown bus base that now goes all the way up to orbit in this case. So this is going up all the way to the top and also feeds that. Um, I will just give a quick rundown and a couple of my thoughts very quickly on how this all operates. Now, for those who are not in the know and would like to understand what the fuck is going on here, um, I'll just quickly run through the resources. So you got your iron, you got your copper, you got your stone, steel, stone ore. You got your engines, you got your coal, small electric engines, green chips, batteries, sulfur red chips, plastic glass, concrete, bigger engines, low density structures, low. Oh my god, I fucking live on these all the time and I couldn't tell you what they are. Heat shield, blue chips, TNT, dynamite, whatever you want to call it, vulcanite blocks. This is solar panels and accumulators on the same belt. I don't care what you think, it works. Um, this is what my friend did. I've never worked. I've worked with these plenty of times, but not enough to remember their name. And then iridium plates, and then there'll be a couple more spare left over later on. Most likely natrium going on this side. Um, and yes, all of this feeds all the way up here. So, I originally made the post on VG because it was quite funny because I accidentally dumped iron onto the copper lane and copper onto the iron lane, and as you can see at the moment, I've got these small niggly little bits all currently hanging off the copper belt, which is really fucking annoying. Either way, a lot of this is still unused land. Potentially, there might come a time where we may need to use it. Now, if you're a retard like me and that can't put two and two together, buses are incredibly easy to work with, and they eliminate a lot of issues. You've just got to stick to a principle, and you can't fuck around with it, because if you do, you will you'll suffer a lot. And while the game is auto-saving, apologies, um, we had a very simple kind of methodology for us, which would be that anything that would be constructed on the left-hand side of the bus, and then all materials are anything else that may not come under crafting construction will go on the right hand side. As you can see here, these are all the different cargo rocket shuttles that we've currently got going off to different planets. And yes, as you can see, this is a bit of a logistical nightmare because we're also getting, there's about 4 different planets all in sync with this planet currently at the moment. There'll be more later on. We'll be adding Malaga very soon, and then we'll also need to add Naquium most likely, which will probably end up being at least 6 or 7. And there's a whole bunch of wiring and other shittery here. Um, Again, this isn't as daunting really as it is. Everything really makes sense if you ask me. From a very like, the whole idea is to make the game as simple as possible, and try and not overcomplicate things. One of the other philosophies that we've really tried doing was every single time you were taking an ore off the belt, or sorry, a plate off the belt like these, making sure to shift these over to the left all the time. Like it's a very simple solution, and also as well you're able to highlight when you've got gaps in your resources and when stuff is starting to suck out a lot of potential iron or copper, especially in when you've got 4 lanes. Now, obviously, hindsight's 2020. I would have probably done 6 lanes for both of these, not 4. 4 is okay for Crashtorio and Vanilla, but you probably want more throughput for SpaceX because you're just gonna need it. Currently, at the moment, by the way, I have not gotten to the later tier of sciences. I am. We are just about to start needing Naquium, and that's our final one till we get into deep science. But we're reconstructing our whole space base at the moment, and maybe I'll do a video on that if anyone gives a shit. Um, and yeah, look, there's a couple of like lanes here that all kind of come in. Again, this isn't the prettiest, but everything kind of works here. Everything just flows together quite nicely, and you get this nice kind of just flowing stream of colors that go along the base. Everything, like obviously the further left you go, the earlier its iteration is. So like these, what we're coming up to now were our very first creations in this case. So like literally research labs here that are probably still in use. They probably don't need to be, so they can be probably knocked off. And yeah, we did used to train in a lot of stuff. We ended up ditching this practice quite quickly. Once we started importing, we actually used the ingot recipe, and then turning those into plates just gives us way more, and there's no reason not to do it, especially in our situation. The overall base is quite big. At the moment, it's by far my largest base that I've ever made. It is very much been incredibly fun to put this all together. Me and my friend have been on and off playing this for about 3 months, and I'm hoping to complete this by the end of the year. This base here is mostly powered off solar and also as well nuclear, with a majority of our colonies also being off nuclear as well. I didn't want to ramble for too long because I need to go to bed. I've this was just a very short overview to give you a quick glimpse on what the bus looks like, and yeah, there are people in the chat that are people in the board that have. Oh my god, I'm pretending I'm a Twitch streamer. Fuck me, kill me. I'm just gonna edit this part out. Um, and yeah, shit ton of oil and a shit ton of everything else. How easy is that? Oh, I'm going to end that there.